Hello, everybody. Welcome into another edition of Talking Fitchburg. It is Thursday, June 4th, 2020. I'm Jeremy Crosby. Hope you had a wonderful day. Going into the evening here, it was a perfect day. It was a little bit warm out, but hey, who's complaining? Feels like we're in summertime now, doesn't it? Well, I think it is. Andrew, what do you think?
I think it's hot outside. Hello, everyone.
Can we? Is that really Andrew in my ear?
Hello.
Like everybody can hear you right now, Andrew?
Yes, they can.
Wow. How have you been, sir? It's been a while.
I'm good. I know it's been a while. I still don't have a camera, and you kind of called me out on it yesterday that I haven't been working on that, and that's true. I haven't.
On the birthday show, yeah, couldn't even sing to you. I mean, I guess I could have, but it's not the same without you, Andrew.
Right.
It's been way too long.
Well, I'm here.
Everybody's tired of
me. Audio.
They're tired of me, Andrew. They want more Andrew, less Jeremy. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it goes.
Yeah, that's the way it's the way I think it is. So it'd be funny for somebody who tuned in right now and was watching and see, like I'm sitting here listening to you shaking my head.
Yeah.
They'd be like, wait, what? If they had the volume turned down.
Yes, exactly.
So I'm still a wreck, so don't worry. You haven't missed out on much. You've been behind the scenes making it work.
Right.
We've got a busy show, Bamlet. We're going to get you updated on the headlines, including closure on County PD McKee Road. We'll talk about that in just a bit. And then we're going to talk about emergency management in Fitchburg, and look at it globally here in Dane County. If you didn't know, Fitchburg, not only do we have our own EOC, that's Emergency Operations Center, but we're also the backup for Dane County. So we'll talk a little bit about that coming up in our digest. And then we look to talk with Austin at the Fitchburg Recreation Department. I was able to talk with him yesterday as they've transitioned into some new work. We'll tell you about what's going on there and get you the latest from what's going on in recreations. But first, we do turn to construction. There's a lot of it going on, and that overnight closure for County PD McKee Road, traffic at Verona Road in Fitchburg. This is going to be no through movement or left turns permitted from 10 p.m. Friday to 4 a.m. Saturday. And Andrew is nice enough to put up this on the screen here. So here's what it says. Crews are getting ready for the next traffic switch on County PD McKee Road between Verona Road and Commerce Park Drive in Fitchburg. The safety to safely accommodate the switch, County PD will be closed at Verona Road from 10 p.m. Friday, June 5th to 4 a.m. Saturday, June 6th. No through movements or left turns will be permitted at the Verona Road and County PD intersection. Again, no left turns or no through movements at Verona Road and County PD intersections. Motorists are urged to plan ahead and use alternate routes for the anticipated delays and allow extra time if traveling in this area. Access remains open to the area businesses and neighborhoods. And the overnight closure and work operations are weather dependent and subject to change. Although I was looking ahead to the weather here, it looks like it's going to be A-OK. The entire Verona Road project is scheduled to be completed this fall. We're very excited about that. So please be ready. We'll remind you again tomorrow on our TF update and Talking Fitchburg. All right, want to remind you of this again. The mayor's proposed 2021-2030 capital improvement plan is out there for your viewing. And I'm bringing this up to you because we want you to know that next Monday is going to be the department head presentations to the finance department. Or I always want to say finance department, finance committee. I'm just naturally into that department thing. You can check out the CIP. It's at the website fitchburgwi.gov. That's available for you. And we want you to look it over and have your questions ready. You'll have a comment period coming up soon at Common Council. And again, if you haven't been watching recently, obviously there's been more meetings being happening virtual, but that doesn't mean you can't participate. You can still come down to City Hall if you'd like. We're following all of the safety protocols for keeping you safe if you do come down. And there's other ways by emailing in to the mayor, and they'll read your comments as well. So want to make sure you know that is available. All right, a sad one for me. I love this one every year. Andrew does too, I'm sure. Well, yeah, because you've met up with me at this one many times. Taste of Madison was canceled, but remember Taste of Madison's a big fundraiser? Well, They've got a give back campaign. It's without question that everyone has been impacted by the global pandemic, and it is our hope that with our Taste of Madison Give Back campaign that we can unite together as a community and do some good for those in need. All proceeds from the campaign will be donated to charity, with the equal share being between Second Harvest Food Bank of Southern Wisconsin and Cook It Forward. Second Harvest Food Bank of Southern Wisconsin is a hungry relief charity organization whose goal is to make sure everyone in southwestern Wisconsin has enough of the right kinds of foods to live happy and healthy life. They do that through food distribution, promotion of government programs, and promoting hunger awareness. No matter how big or small your donation, know that every dollar helps to make a difference. So if you want to donate, you can donate anytime, but yeah, help out this campaign. Like I said, because there's not going to be any Taste of Madison this year, that is happening. And I've seen this with a lot of events that would have been fundraisers. They still had the fundraising campaigns going on. So if there's a fundraiser that you wouldn't normally gone to during the summer, check into it. See if they've got something going on where you can donate. All right, finally, Andrew's already got the camper packed up, the Bamlet Bard ready to go for this Wisconsin State Park Campgrounds opening June 10th. This is on my grandma's birthday. And what's a better way to take grandma camping? She would say, no way, Jeremy. Some changes, though, that campers and park visitors will experience beginning June 10th include automatic touchless check-in, new signs to educate visitors and recreating responsibility. Park offices remain closed to the public. So, yeah, no public or in-person, I don't know what you want to call it, dealings. Camping reservations will be accepted by phone. It's 1-888-947-2757 and online only to eliminate the face-to-face interaction with the DNR staff. Same-day camping reservations are also now available by phone, 1-888-947-2757. Yeah, give them a call. And online at the reservation system. Check-in is no longer necessary at the office or visitor stations when coming to the property. Please proceed directly to your campsite. Begin to set up. Property staff will visit sites to monitor occupancy. Campers should note that Rock Island State Park remains closed through June 30th. The Washington Island Ferry Line has also currently suspended all trips to and from Rock Island. So keep that in mind if you're heading up north there. Group camping and shelter and amphitheaters. Group camping, shelters, amphitheaters will be closed through June 30th. All reservation holders will be contacted and provided a full refund. So, unfortunately, still got some of those areas that will remain closed here, at least through June. Maybe things will change. Maybe they'll move back. We don't know. Restrooms and buildings. Most restrooms at state park properties are now open. Some remote water fountains may be closed in the day use area of the park or have bubblers turned off that have access to water supply spigots only at some of these places. So keep that in mind. Collect plenty of water if you're heading out. All our facilities will remain closed. That's including towers, shelters, playgrounds, nature centers, headquarters, contact stations, and concessions. Equipment rentals are unavailable at this time as well. So this is just straight up camping, folks. If you're heading out, you know, you still got to abide by some of the stuff. Again, you've all done a great job staying at home and keeping everybody healthy. Let's keep that trend moving forward. Annual park stickers and trail passes are required to visit state parks and trails. Annual stickers are available for purchase online or with a credit card by phone, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., 7 days a week by calling the toll-free number 1-888-305-0398. I bet you can check the website too. Just saying. All right, that does it for our headlines. Coming up next, we open up the digest. We'll talk about emergency management. It's next right here on Talking Fitchburg.
We scored?
Yeah, we scored going to the playoffs.
I can't believe I missed that.
Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone.
What? I should take your phone away.
No. I'll call for a ride. Hey, why does my face look like that?
I'm playing with these new face filters.
Okay, you know what? Yep, that's mine.
Kevin, I need that back.
No.
Kevin!
Gaining weight was easy. All I had to do was sit down and eat. Losing weight's a lot harder. I have to work at it every day. But with every step, I lower my risk for type 2 diabetes and heart disease. And that makes every step, every choice, every day very much worth the effort.
Learn how you can help stop diabetes by losing weight, eating healthy, and staying active. Visit checkupamerica.org or call 1-800-DIABETES.
Yeah, Sam, Elmo.
Oh, hey, Julia. Are you ready to play band with us? I'm going to play my clarinet.
And Elmo's going to play his drum. Drum loud.
Oh, well, you know what to do, Julia.
Julia knows.
With Julia's autism, loud sounds can be too much.
But she still loves to make music. Play band.
Early screening for autism can make a lifetime of difference. Find out more at screenforautism.org.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg and the Fitchburg Digest. And today we're talking about emergency management, a super, super important role that the city of Fitchburg has, Dane County has, even the state of Wisconsin has. Yeah, all three entities do have this great planning service. And we wanted to talk with Joe Polvemacher, our emergency manager director. He is here to share his thoughts on emergency management and with all the recent protesting going on, how to keep you safe.
So the thing that we have to remember with emergency management, it's not just the readiness, the response, it's recovery. It's trying to get our community back to a semblance of normal. Today we've been going around just trying to take a look at what we can do not only to protect our community, but also to respect the civil process that is happening throughout Dane County. The thing that we don't necessarily want to get in the way of is the emotion associated with some very real facts. What we do want to do is we want to make sure that we don't make the situation any worse. And we do know that some people in our community have expressed extreme concern about the status of things in current events. And what I need to be aware of is the fact that the people causing the destruction aren't necessarily the same as those that are expressing their concern. So from our standpoint, we want to make sure that everybody is protected. Those that live in the community and those that are exercising their civic process. It serves nobody any good if we don't try to do our part to prevent injury and to eliminate the escalation of an event to the point where several people can get hurt, emergency responders can get hurt, and our emergency services can be overwhelmed. So I can tell you from the emergency standpoint, the emergency management standpoint of Fitchburg, what we want to do is represent the best interests of all of our citizens and do what we can to make sure that when they come to Fitchburg, they know that we have the capability of taking care of them.
There you have it, talking to Joe a couple days ago. So we do want to note that we talked to him a couple days ago about this. So things have somewhat have quieted down as far as maybe some of the looting and destruction. But that still doesn't matter. Emergency management's all about planning from the beginning of the situation through to, as Joe mentioned, back to normalcy. And in fact, the emergency management for Fitchburg was, I'm going to say, softly activated during the COVID-19. We've been working together as departments at the city of Fitchburg behind the scenes for COVID-19 and moving into the protesting that's been going on around the country. Even in Fitchburg, we've been getting prepared and to be ready for anything, right? We want to be ready, and that's what emergency management is about. So you have that piece that Fitchburg's got that, and Joe works with these guys, Dane County Emergency Management. And Dane County Emergency Management actually has their backup facility in Fitchburg, which is pretty neat for us, for Fitchburg, as we can kind of match up to the similar ways that Dane County deals with emergency management. And Andrew's got this queued up here so we can take a look at the website. And this kind of gives you a pretty good picture of kind of what's going on here. And you start off right here at the top. I mean, they're talking about the coronavirus. We've been spending a lot of time on this. Well, so have they. They've been trying to make sure they get out as much information. And behind the scenes, they're working with fire departments, EMS, police services, governments. They're trying to help keep them protected. That would be with PPE. So like the gloves, the masks, gowns, all of that. They're the ones that are helping out with this and making sure that the resources are available for all the different municipalities in Dane County. And Dane County would work with Wisconsin Emergency Management and the same entity. They provide help to all the different local governments, counties, you name it, it's happening. So whether it's severe weather, whether it's hazardous materials, I know this week CPR, AED week, I mean, you can do a whole bunch of different things here and kind of their job of getting you prepared for something that happens, but carrying it all the way through. So I used to think emergency management was, you know, more fire trucks and police cars and ambulances and all that. That's just a small part of what's going on. It's making resources available. During the flooding, it might have been making more sandbags available, finding boats, food, electricity, those types of things. They can bring in the resources to the local municipality, set up communications if communications were lost, a whole bunch of different things. And there's plenty of training that's going on with emergency management throughout the years, which is pretty cool too. And Andrew, you can jump in here since you can do that now. You know, you're part of a fire organization and emergency management for you or in fire or any of the public safety is big.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. It is big. And being prepared and being, you know, working together with your county and even with your surrounding municipalities is huge in working together in bigger scenarios, such as what we're dealing with right now.
Right. You know, we've seen it where fire trucks go cover other districts for helping out. You know, I don't know if there's been any significant events, not recent anyways, and knock on wood, where you live, Andrew, but you know, any resources that you would need can be achieved by working through the emergency management. And we also know that emergency management purchased the facility, the old fire station number 2. So they'll be headquartered in Fitchburg, which is also really cool when you think about it. To have emergency management right in our backyard, I think is a really awesome thing. You go back and check out that video, by the way, if you want to. It's available on our website for more information. But overall, it's about being prepped and ready to go for anything, which is kind of hard when you think about it. It's hard to be ready for everything, but that's what Joe is working on all the time. And whether it's, again, Dane County or the state, they're out there prepping for the worst and to be ready to help us in need in any which way. All right, that does it for the digest. Coming up next, we're talking with our recreation department. Austin's up next. You're watching Talking Pittsburgh.
You could be spreading the coronavirus without realizing you have it. So follow guidance from authorities where you live and do your part. It's important to limit in-person interaction with anyone outside of your immediate household, but phone and video chat are safe ways to connect. It's also important to limit any social gathering. This advice applies to people of any age, including teens and younger adults. Visit coronavirus.gov for the latest information.
Hola, Julia. ¿Estás lista para tocar con nosotros? Yo tocaré mi clarinete.
Y Elmo tocará su tambor. Tambor ruidoso.
Bueno, ya sabes qué hacer, Julia.
Julia sabe.
Dado el autismo de Julia, los sonidos pueden ser muy fuertes.
Y hace música a su manera. ¡A tocar!
La detección temprana del autismo puede hacer una diferencia de por vida. Conoce más sobre la detección temprana en detecciondeautismo.org.
Our hearts are made stronger by how we treat others.
Put her there.
The light you share can impact those around you, but so can the darkness.
Later, twerps. Did Pete saying mean things bother you?
So when you reach out to another person, take a moment to consider how they will feel and let your heart be the key to making a difference. Because of you, someone's entire day, year, or even life can change.
In every heart, there's hope.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Now transitioning on here to the Fitchburg Fire Department. They hosted some really cool training last night at Stoner Prairie Elementary School. Not to do with Stoner Prairie Elementary School, but rather to deal with propane fires. We've got the breakdown. Take a look. Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Today, I'm joined by Austin from the Recreation Department. Austin, how you doing out there?
Good. How are you guys?
You know, we're keeping busy in the studio today. It's rare when I get in the studio. I miss not having you by my side here, but we'll get back to that. We'll get back to it. Austin, thank you for taking the time. We're getting an update. There's not much going on, but we want to make sure we still keep up with all of our great guests, including yourself. So we'll start with just give us a status update of what's going on in the Recreation Department currently.
Sure. So yeah, unfortunately, it's official. We've had to cancel all of our summer programming. That includes pretty much everything through the end of the summer. We didn't want to do it. We tried to push off as long as we could, but ultimately we had to make that decision. Refunds for everybody have gone through or will be going through here very shortly. Then we're hoping to start things back up, starting with football, and then that would also be including dance. And we're trying to get those together here and hopefully send those out for registrations already in a couple weeks here, so we can get people at least signed up, not paid for, but at least signed up, so we have an idea.
Yeah, so they'll still go to the website and you'll see some of those things post up, and then they can get signed up for no cost until the program starts.
Correct. Yeah, it's the same way as before. We had that you just sign up, you get put on a wait list, and then once we're officially able to send that program through, we'll contact you for payment.
That's pretty slick there, Austin. I'm sure the folks appreciate that. On the community center and park shelters, tell me where we're at on that front. They're closed now, but maybe some good news around the corner.
Yeah, so right now, like you said, they're closed, but we've been given word that hopefully starting in phase 2, that we're able to open up both of these facilities for rentals. It's not a for sure thing, but at least we're getting the time to be thought about and at least opened up. Hopefully that's right away next week, and then we would be able to rent things out for July, which would actually be the earliest time. But just stay tuned, stay up to date on the Facebook and the website and everything like that.
Yeah, you're still keeping those things updated as we move forward. And obviously we pass the word along here on Talking Fitchburg when we can. As far as outdoor recreations goes, some of the things open like the tennis courts and basketball courts, but playgrounds remain closed. Give me a synopsis on that front.
Correct. I think that's going to be similar to phase 2 starting again. I believe those signs will start coming down. And then the whole social distancing signs will be putting up as well. But for now, right now, they're closed. Yep.
Yeah, so again, as Austin mentioned, you can check up on their Facebook page. They have what is open, what isn't open, and we've shared that stuff here as well on TF. Austin, you've had to transition, you and your boss, Chad, who still needs to get on the show. We'll keep harassing him until he comes on the show. But you guys have been put into a different role, helping keep things up to date in the parks. So kind of a unique opportunity. What have you guys been doing out there since you haven't had the recreations to work on?
Yeah, so we're actually, we've been getting transitioned into parks maintenance. So we've been going around to all the shelters, cleaning them, cleaning picnic benches, just general cleaning in the park. If it needs to, putting new mulch on playgrounds, things like that. So we're trying to at least stay busy and keep the facilities up, even if they're closed. So when they're open, they're ready to go.
Austin, since you're new to the area here, what's it like for you to be out and see some of these parks in person? I'm not saying you didn't get out before. Obviously, you did get out there, but seeing some of these parks and the things that we have to offer here for amenities, what's your synopsis?
Yeah, it's actually really nice getting out into the parks. mean, not that I'm happy we're in this situation, but I'm glad that I'm able to get out and see a little bit more. It really helps me when people have questions and things like that. I'm going to be able to be more helpful and answer those things. And it's really nice seeing everything that we have. A lot of communities don't have as much as we have and as many parks as we have. So it's really nice to see that. And it's we're keeping up to date with all of that things. And we're just, like I said, cleaning and trying to keep up. So it's really nice.
Yeah, no, I appreciate what you, Chad, and the rest of the Parks Department do day in and day out here. Certainly, we appreciate it. Again, I know it's not what you necessarily signed up for, but given the times, we certainly appreciate it. Folks want to stay up to date on all those the openings, closures, and more. Where can they find all the information?
Yep. So our Facebook page, just Fitchburg Rec. We have updates there. We try to update as soon as we possibly can. And then you can just check out the website at fitchburgwi.gov/recreation. There'll be a statement on there, and hopefully we can update that as quickly as possible.
All right, Austin, always a pleasure to have you on. Stay safe out there. Tell Chad hi for us, and we expect him on the show by the end of the year.
I'll make sure I tell him that.
All right. I appreciate the time, Austin, from Recreations Department. Again, check out the website for the latest information. They're doing their best to keep up with everything going on. So we appreciate Austin's time. Take a quick break. You're watching Talking Fitchburg.
So how was work?
It was 1,300 hours. My math class from 302 was in the trenches. Davy Roth had it the worst. Fractions were coming at him left and right. He just didn't get the damn things. 2 days ago, I tried to teach him what 1/4 of 1/2 was using different sizes of blocks. Yesterday, I tried again by dividing up pizza. Both missions failed.
Oh, no.
But today, I was ready. I created a combat math game where the only way to beat the enemy is to out-fraction them. Davy conquered every last denominator. My game was so successful, the principal is deploying it to math squadrons all over the school. Anywho, how was your day?
Oh, today my boss treated the office to salad wraps.
Salad wraps.
I know.
See on page 4 that the projections need to be blood. Next Thursday?
Seriously? Thursday? Can't do that.
This is really inconvenient.
I have yoga that day. I have no time for this. So.
I can't do Thursday, but I can do Friday.
Disasters don't plan ahead. You can. Talk to your loved ones about how you're going to be ready in an emergency. Don't wait. Communicate.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Wrapping up the show for the day. I want to thank Joe Polvamacher for being kind enough to share some of the information on emergency management, and Austin from the Recreation Department getting us up to date. As we had mentioned in that interview, we'll pass along any updated programming that may be coming up, because they'll probably put out, as Austin mentioned, some of that stuff ahead of time. So like flag football, when that becomes available, they'll have the sign-up sheet go out. Maybe not do the payment part, but at least get you signed up. So if things do continue to move forward in a positive way, if we can get back to some of our normal recreations. All right, finally, we got to do it. Got to stay connected with Fact TV. This is how you do it. If you haven't figured it out yet, let us help you. Give Andrew a call, 270-4225. Just say it. Have a great day, everybody.